Let's see if we have lags here. It should be fine. We will start with Marksmanship. It's pretty easy specialization, however it has some let's start with this. As you can see, I have already converted it to Lua. I've taken T23 profile from the official simulation craft repository, and it tells you what actions you should be performing to get the best results. Basically my Addon does the same, however it tells you in game, so it has access to, well, most of things Simcraft has, but not everything. Like for example, scanning multiple targets is a little tricky because it requires you to have nameplates turned on, and then it needs to scan the other nameplates in the area. Also, I'm detecting how many enemies you have based on the threat, so we can actually see in the bottom corner that we have 0 enemies because training dummies have 0 aggro. Either way, this is the start with a little help from the Simcraft, and I will be first checking out how it plays out. You see the white circles around my action bar? That's my Addon. And it's going pretty well. It doesn't... Well, let's see if it doesn't let me cap focus. Because I have pretty high haste, my gear is currently optimized for Beast Mastery. And this is my main. Yeah, focus cap just occurred. Because, well, Simcraft, if played perfectly, can keep you up about 70 focus, while you can actually hit the cap, as you can see with the rapid fire. So I don't think we need to keep focus at 70, I think 60 is sufficient. So let's see how it goes. At the very start we have the, here it is, the Marksmanship, right? So we are getting talents, the number of targets, time to die of a current target, all of our cooldowns, and the current HP. HP of a current target. So this is the green circle that we have on the true shot, because it's a cooldown that has, well, long cooldown We don't want to use it every time that it's possible. I mean, if you are fighting trading dummies, maybe, but not in a real fight when you gotta save your cooldowns for some specific events. So this is why this is off the main rotation and it's green instead of a white. White is it's a normal rotation that you should be performing at all the times. So the first time we are calling this function Marksmanship CDs, which basically checks if we have a Hunter's Mark talent and it's not on the target. Since this ability has basically no cooldown and doesn't use any focus, we just need to check if it's on the current target. Because if you change the target, it automatically suggests to refresh the Hunter's Mark if you change it. Okay, so the next thing is a double tap. Double tap is also a talent and it should be cast when we have rapid fire coming close, like it's closer to 1 global cooldown, or target is about to die in 20 seconds, then we should use double tap. Of course, we also need to check if the talent is taken and its cooldown is ready. If this function doesn't return anything, and it can if none of these conditions were met, then we are checking the number of targets. If Marksmanship has less than 3 targets, so 1 or 2, we are calling the Marksmanship single target. And the Marksmanship single target, well, this code block basically puts something in the local variables so we don't need to access them by frame data. First thing we are checking is what is our current spell. If our current spell is a steady shot, then we know that we will gain 10 focus after it will finish, right? And the MaxDps doesn't operate on the current time, it operates on the time after you will finish the current cast. So basically steady shot returns you 10 focus. However, if we are casting the aimed shot, then we will be minus 30 focus after we finish that cast. And basically we have a little function here, how to calculate focus. You can see it. I don't want to explain how it works, but it's in my repository, so you can check there. It's really simple. It just calculates how many focus max, and how fast it regions per time. And CA execute is something called where was it? Careful aim. Basically, aimed shot deals 50% bonus damage to targets who are above 80% health or below 20% health. So we are checking here. If the target is below 20 or above 80 focus. This is called the CA execute. The first thing we should be using on a single target is explosive shot, as long as it's ready and we have at least 20 focus. Then we should use an explosive shot. Let's see if Icy Veins agrees, because this is quite a good example of a good guide. It's written by the Azerothian. It was main theory crafter for hunters. And we have a marksmanship, rotations and cooldowns. Double tap should be used on a cooldown during careful aim. Spend it on the aim shot, otherwise spend it on the rapid fire. Aim shot on a cooldown, but only when precise shot is down. rapid fire on a cooldown, piercing shot if you have chosen this talent, murder of crows if you have chosen this talent, explosive shot if you are chosen this talent. Well, it doesn't really matches what I found in the T23 Hunter Marksmanship, because the first action on a single target is explosive shot unconditionally, so whenever it's ready and you have the resources. Oh well, we will trust Simcraft. The next step is barrage if we have more than one enemies, and as you know, as I have shown you higher, we are calling the single target only when we have 2 or 1 enemy. So basically the barrage will be high priority only when we have at least 2 targets. A murder of crows on a cooldown, and when we have above 20 focus. And a serpent sting if debuff is refreshable. So basically refreshable debuff means it's either not on the target at all, or it has less than 30% of original duration. I don't know how the serpent sting works, but I will need to check it. Master marksman, ancient is 100%. I guess nobody is using this. Yeah, it does work. I made a mistake. I cancelled the rapid fire. This weird flickering is something that we must get rid of, because the serpent sting applies the debuff only when it goes to a target, and our maximum range will be like, yeah, like 1 second or something. So to prevent this from ever circling again, we can just check if spell history, we have something like this, spell history, the last 5 spells that you have used. So the first spell and spell history 1 is different from serpent sting. Let's see if we have more serpent stings here. No, in a single target rotation we have only 1 serpent sting, and this is the condition. So basically it should automatically change to something else as soon as we cast the serpent sting. Let's reload and check it. The double tap, yep. perfectly. Oh, we had something nasty here. Or was it the lag? It might have been a lag. Yeah. I guess the Zonzolar is pretty laggy today. Okay, so this talent works. Next thing we gotta check is the explosive shot. So we can... Oh, and the murder of crows. And the explosive shot. So basically we'll be having a murder of crows and an explosive shot. Sorry, I got to take care of something. Okay, so we got explosive shot and the murder of crows. So let's see, an explosive shot, murder of crows. It's not a complicated spell, it's just like a spell on the cooldown. It doesn't do anything special, so I guess it will be working. Let's see for about a minute. We have seen already an explosive shot, so I'm guessing it works fine. Yep, the murder of crows and explosive shot are working fine. So getting back to careful aim and master marksman. Let's see what's next. So murder of crows, explosive shot and serpent stings are working. Barrage. I probably don't need to check it because it's only viable on targets, on 2 targets. And here we have something that we need to figure out, because basically rapid fire should be used when the cooldown is ready and we are below 50 focus, or we have buff in the rhythm. I have no clue what it is, so we are going to use Google for that. I haven't played Marksmanship for quite some time. Let's see if it's on the Icy Veins. Nope, it's not. So I guess we can check it on the logs, or just it's a Nazarite trait. Yeah, we will need to check logs. So rankings, Hunter. Let's see on the Champions of Light. In the rhythm, so yeah, this guy had it. Let's check his logs. So buff in the rhythm has this ID. In the rhythm. So this is the buff of in the rhythm. I cannot check it because I probably don't have Nazarite piece with this. No, I do. Whatever. It should be this spell. I've seen it on logs, so. So if buff is going to be down in the rapid fire cast time, and the rapid fire cast time is currently about shoot a streaming of 10 arrows at your target over 2.5 seconds. I guess it's affected by haste, so we can calculate how long our rapid fire will fire. Now prot warrior is a tank, and the prot and tanks has the lowest priority, and currently, as you see, there are some specializations such as Marksmanship, Hunter, which were, well, totally old and didn't really work well. They need to be fixed first, so I'm going for the Marksmanship and Demonology Warlock first. Rapid fire. Yeah, so the base is 3 seconds. However, this is modified by haste. I have currently 1,400 haste about. Let's see how much is attack haste. Because it's pretty simple calculation, and I have something in my helper to calculate it. It's the attack haste or spell charges cooldown. Yeah, it's called the attack haste. And I have currently 0.82 attack haste, so I'm guessing it's a multiplier. If we multiply that by 3, what we will get? Exactly 2.5 seconds. So to get the cast time of a rapid fire, we need to use it like this. Rapid fire cast time attack haste. This is actually variable, because if you are going to use a bloodlust, you will have more haste. If you use a true shoot, you will have more haste. If you have some other buffs, you will have more haste. So basically we'll be needing to check this here. This condition will allow you to cast rapid fire when you have lower than 50 focus, or you have or the buff in the rhythm will end in sooner than cast time of a rapid fire. So in my case it's 2.5 seconds. If you have more haste, it's even lower. but this should be working. The next thing is the Arcane shot. Basically, we will be using Arcane shot when we have at least 15 focus. We have a buff Master Marksman up, and I have no clue what it is. It's probably this one. Aimed shot has 100% to reduce the focus cost of your next Arcane shot or multi-shot by 100%. So we need to check if the spell ID is correct. If I'm going to cast the aimed shot, we should have the Master Marksman. So it's 269576. 26. No, it's not. 269576. 269576. 269576. 269576. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm using Master Marksmanship as a talent, only as a buff, so I guess we can just replace it. Yeah. So if we have a buff Master Marksmanship up and the True Shot is up and the focus plus cast region is less than a focus max. So basically cast region also includes currently casted rapid fire. So basically we have another condition here. Okay, so if our current spell is rapid fire, we will have let's see how we will get. Shoot a stream of 10 shots at your target over 2.5 seconds, dealing a total of 31,000 physical damage. Each shot generates 1 focus. So basically we'll have 10 focus. It's kinda... So we will have 10 focus. I need to put a minus because minus is actually a plus. So only those shots who take our focus will be at a plus, and the minus those who regenerate the focus. So rapid fire and a steady shot. So if we are currently casting the rapid fire, we will have about 10 more focus. It's not that fluid, but this action should be actually going even faster. And it's good, because we don't want to overcap focus in either of the situations. So even if we are going to use our True Shot, we should still take care of, this one. We should still take care of focus capping inside of that. So our current focus plus a focus that we will have after we finish our current cast is lower than a focus max. Well, let's see if it works. It's the Arcane shot only if you have Master Marksman and a buff True Shot up. So basically we need to use the True Shot to check it. So let's go. The double tap True Shot. But why is it... It doesn't let me... Something is not right. Or maybe we shouldn't use the arcane shot in the true shot? Well, let's check it out. Because this action is only working if you have true shot up. And the next thing is the aimed shot. We are casting the aimed shot if we have above 30 focus. The current spell is not the aimed shot. So this probably needs some changes, but I will leave it like this for time being. And the cooldown of aim shot is ready, and we have some gigantic condition here. Basically it's two conditions that are, oh, wait a second, it's like this and like this and like this. So let's start from the bottom because it's easier. Those conditions are easy, but we should use the aimed shot if the true shot is up, so it has a high priority, or cooldown will recharge in less than 2 seconds. I mean the full recharge, so you are getting the second stack of the arcane shot, or we don't have precise shot aura and we don't have buff double up, or there is a careful aim execute, so target is below 20% HP or above 80% HP, or we have the focused fire azerite higher than 0 rank, so it actually has at least 1 rank of a focus fire, and we don't, oh, this one is wrong, and we don't have the surging shot, and we don't have the streamline talent. But then again, I don't think we have the focused fire here. Yeah, we don't have this. And the azerite trait for focused fire, let's see if we have it. Spell ID of focused fire. Now we do. And surging shots. This is also something we don't have. Streamline. So the surging shots yeah, there we go. We have the surging shot and the focused fire azerites, as well as the in the rhythm. The next step, if we have rapid fire ready and we are not going to cap our focus, or we have focused fire on the rank at least 1, in the rhythm on the rank at least 2, or surging shots at least 1, or we have talent streamline. Piercing shot. This is just a simple condition checking if the cooldown is ready and you have enough focus. And the last step is, yeah, this is something I will need to change to 65, as I don't think people will be able to handle it just as well as the Simcraft does. they do have a lot of mistake, and lowering it down by 10 actually makes it less prone to focus capping. So basically the arcane shot is being used if we have the per size shots aura, so it's like a mini cooldown, or we have more than 45 focus and cooldown of true shot is not ready, and target will die in less than 25 seconds. It's kind of weird. Both true shot down or time to die. So cooldown, true shot remains. So cooldown is not ready, and we don't have the buff of the true shot, or time to die is less than 5. Well, okay. The arcane shot. And the last step was a steady shot. So I need to check the piercing shot because I haven't seen it, and I need to check. Oh, that's it. This is it. FD focus. FD cast region. Actually, I think I need to cut this from here and put it here in the main rotation, because we need to check also for we need to know our focus and cast max and the cast region also in the multiple target rotation. So we are going to put it in the main. Oh, not in CDs. Fuck me. Not here. Here. And we also need a time shift. And we need to put it in the frame data. So focus max. Yeah. By doing this, I'm putting in a global, well, not so global, it's a frame data of the MaxDps, so any other function will also have access to it. If I calculate it just here and get it here. So I need a focus, which is frame data focus. I need a cast region, and I need a focus max. Yeah, nothing is brown anymore, but the time shift is not needed anymore. And in the trick shots rotation, I'm guessing this is some kind of AoE rotation for the marksmanship. I don't know how it works, but we will find out soon enough. Frame data focus. Well, it's a lot simpler, but we need to force targets to become like 4. So right now I'm forcing this rotation to use 4 targets. and I'm going to change my talents. First thing is the barrage. I'm guessing piercing shot. Rapid fire now lasts to... Oh, god damn it. Thank you, Tasman, for following. I'm not streaming often, but you can always catch me on my Discord, on the MaxDps Discord. Yeah, so my calculations for rapid fire is not really correct anymore. But it's pretty simple to fix. So single target marksmanship needs to also check if the rapid fire cast time so we are checking if we have talents streamline. If we do, then we are multiplying our whole rapid fire cast time by 1.2, and if not, by 1. This equation will work like this. It's basically like a shortened if. In other languages it's called ternary operator. Basically, if talent streamline will be true, or any truthful value, we will get 1.2 value from this. So basically it will also take into consideration your attack haste and if you have the streamline target. If not, it will return 1, the highlighted equation. So basically nothing changes if you don't have this talent, but if you do, the rapid fire cast time will be 20% longer. Okay, so that thing is fixed. And now we are checking if the multiple target rotation is working fine. So we are starting off with the barrage, multi-shot, 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 multi-shot. I don't think it's proper. Like we never use like anything else, or what? No, it's shit. There's something horribly wrong here. So this is the single target, we are closing this one. And let's see, if we have a talent barrage, and the barrage is ready and the focus is over 30, use the barrage, explosive shot if you have this talent, and if not, rapid fire is ready and both trick shots is up. Trick shots, what is the trick shots? Wait a second. What is the trick shots? Oh yeah. Your next aimed shot or rapid fire will ricochet and hit. Oh, so we probably have the wrong... Yeah, we have the wrong ID probably. 257622. 257622. This is the trick shots. Yeah, so if we have this buff and focused fire in the rhythm or surging shot or streamline is the rapid fire. The second condition, if we have over 30 focus and our current spell is not aim shot and the cooldown of aim shot is ready and we have trick shots buff, this one is unnecessary here because there is no or in between, this is and, so we can put it like this. And aim shot will recharge in less than 2 seconds. And we don't have precise shots aura. Then we are going to use the aim shot. And the rapid fire is ready and trick shots up is the rapid fire. Multi-shot, if we have over 15 focus and we don't have the trick shots buff or precise shots aura and we have more than 70 focus. Piercing shot, murder of crows, serpent sting, and a steady shot at the very end. Okay, that one was, the trick shots was in almost every condition, so I'm guessing this is why it was working so poor. So we are starting off with the barrage, the multi-shot, rapid fire, aimed shot, multi-shot, multi-shot, aimed shot, we did cap aimed shot, but I'm guessing it's not important, at least not that important in multiple target rotations. Fuck, I don't have a bind for this. Yep. I'm checking if it's good, Lothar. Because I know how to play Marksmanship and I can see if it's good or not. I mean, it's not perfect. However, this add-on doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be at least like 80 or 90% of the parses. It's also not, I mean, not optimal talents. So I'm going to check with the optimal talents now. Builds and talents. For raiding, this build is focused primarily on raiding and should be your default build. And what about the AoE? Careful aim for a single target. So basically only the Master Marksman in the first talent tier. Yeah, we have this. The next one, Careful Aim, Volleyer and Explosive Shot. Explosive Shot is useful for Mythic Plus scenarios when everything dies so quickly that you do not get benefit from Careful Aim. This is particularly the case in lower Mythic Plus case, and arguably more so during tyrannical weeks. Yeah. I don't really like the Explosive Shot, but it's just a spell on a cooldown. This doesn't matter in the Hunter's Mark. Should be your default choice for most situations, even in Mythic Plus where you can pick a suitable target beforehand, and targets are going to die throughout the bow. Streamline has an edge in fortified situation when trash is much more important. Streamline buffs your rapid fire AoE significantly. In edge of AoE is very small, however, so it should be only used when AoE is absolute top priority. Well, we have the teaming and fortified right now, so I'm guessing the AoE is absolute top priority. So I'm going to check the streamline. Hunter's Mark doesn't really do anything, so it's not like I can check if it works. It just, well, applies a debuff on a target. Yeah, yeah, we can check it on the Warcraft talks. I mean, technically speaking, Simcraft does support every single Tyrant and every single Azerite trait that somehow changes your rotation. And in this case, the Streamline versus Hunter's Mark, we don't really care, because even though they add another button on your action bar, they don't actually change your gameplay. It's like use this as a first, apply debuff, and it's forever there. So I don't think we should. I don't think we need to check the Hunter's Mark versus Streamline. We can check the Explosive Shot, but then again, Explosive Shot is yet another spell that is simple as hell. So it also it also doesn't apply any magic debuffs. It just explodes, dealing fire damage within ATRs to your target. So yeah, it is good for Mythic Pluses when everything dies so quick, and we can check it, but there won't be any problems with this. The real question is the barrage and the last tier talent, if the piercing shot is actually suitable or not. So basically, double tap should be your default choice for almost all raid situations. Barrage can be competitive for very heavy AoE, but single target damage loss is large, and even in fortified Mythic Plus is tough to recommend it. Well, I agree. The biggest problem with the barrage is that it pulls the shit outside of your visible range. So yeah, barrage is good, but it does pull things. So basically, yeah, so basically for all of your classes that you are going to check, I suggest checking Warcraft logs for top parsers, but also need to check if they weren't made using cheesy methods, such as pulling trash to the boss, or, I don't know, nuking boss too fast. So it's not like you can replicate the 100%. Now you actually can't, because, well, the gear can Titan forged, and there will be always someone who can get like 425 weapon while you are still sitting at 400. You're now you are not going to match this guy DPS, because for marksmanship and even for the BM hunter, weapon DPS is way more important than any of your stat. When the Titan Forge wasn't the case, there was a possibility to get to really high logs without cheesing. Okay, so I'm not going to check the barrage because it sucks. And don't use it, because even if they are dealing high damage, it's not worth if you actually accidentally pull something from the corner. Yeah, the cheating tactics or class stacking tactics are basically nuking the boss as fast as possible. But you can always check the first 10. I think there's at least one good example of how to play. So we are using the double tap as barrage sucks, and we're going to get rid of it. Blizzard should just rework it, as like it was never a good talent for dungeons. It's made like playing awkward. Like tank is pulling only a few mobs and you are accidentally pulling another room. It still bugs. Like pulling something from outside of visible range. And the last, only the lock and load. Piercing shot should not be used. Calling the shot is better choice, but only if you have the unerring vision as a right trait. One rank is enough. Casting Arcane shot and reduces the cooldown of true shot by... Oh. And unerring vision. While a true shot is active, you gain 102 critical strike rating every sec, stacking up to 10 times. At the moment, should be default choice for any PvE content. Your ranged auto attacks have 5% chance to trigger lock and load, causing your next aimed shot to cost no focus and be instant. Okay, I guess. So we are going to lock and load. Piercing shot is shit. Double tap, explosive shot, multi-shot, rapid fire. Yeah, the rotation is much more fluid now. But I don't think the marksmanship can beat Beast Mastery on Mythic Plus. Just too much to lose. You have like Dispel, the Bloodlust, and Pet Taunt is actually pretty nice if you want to get some difficult out from your tank. But the double shot is not used in AoE situation. I don't know why. Like, we don't use? Oh, there we go. Without any Azerite traits, I'm doing 80k DPS. So yeah. The marksmanship is done. We have the old rotation here, which was very simple, but I don't think we will ever return to that one. I should also briefly check the survival, because I know it has changed. I know it has changed, and it may be something missing from there. So yeah, I'm going to quickly check if the survival is okay, at least still okay. I have some melee weapon in my bags. This weapon doesn't have agility. So yeah, we have this polearm. And we need to get some pet out. I have some serpent. Serpent, sting, bomb, moon goose, kill command. Yeah, I'm doing 80k as well. Okay, so the next step is check. Wildfire Inferno. Where was this shit? Wildfire Infusion. Yeah. The Wildfire Infusion is actually pretty shit. Ah, there we go. Survival bomb ID on a 200 line. There we go. I think we gotta fix this. Because it's not self-survival bomb ID, it's the hunter. Unfortunately, you cannot use self in the modules. You need to use a full name because it's executed from another add-on. Okay, Wildfire Inferno. Still your... what the fuck? A null value. Survival bomb ID. What? Oh man. I removed that. Ah, come on. Survival bomb ID. Where is it? Here we go. Let's reload it. Każda dota tak działa. Every dot works like this. It is called pandemic. With the Mongoose Bite, it's important to reach 5 stacks. So you basically gotta be near the focus cap. Well, almost, but I did. Well, actually, does it deal any damage? No, it doesn't deal any damage. So we just need to. Ideally, we want to cast 5 or 6. I mean, no, it's not like this. It's always 30%. Always 30% of the original duration. So you don't lose anything. I mean, you don't need to refresh it. You don't need to refresh it too soon, but you also don't need to wait till the very end. In case of a serpent sting, it deals damage over 10 seconds in my with my haste, so I am safe to refresh it at 10 at 7 no, I mean at 3 seconds remaining. So yeah, survival is working. I'm pulling this out and I'm pushing it to curse. But I need to fix one thing which I forgot. I need to not hard code the 4. Yeah, there's also a possibility like this, that there are spells which are more important than refreshing your dot. I'm guessing the Mongoose Bite is the case here because you really need to get to 5 stacks. Each subsequent cast of the Mongoose Bite is increased, in this case I think 20%, and it deals pretty massive damage. So at the beginning it hits for 7k, the next 8k, 9k, 10k, 11k, and 12k. and it's your main spender, so while at the Serpent Sting only deals 2k damage and 10k over 10 seconds, so maybe it's lower priority. And maybe there's a bug, but I have someone to confirm that survival rotation is pretty fine. And I was doing 18k with this without having any Azurite traits and without using my main cooldown, which is Coordinated Assault. So I'm guessing 18k for a small AoE pack is fine without any traits and any yeah, it's not a dot class. So I'm pushing it to curse. The smart AoE. I don't think I missed anything, but in case someone will be screaming if there is something wrong. I only need to push commit it. Beastmaster. Well, let's put it as 8.1.3. Yeah, let's commit it like this, and it will be Marksmanship Synths plus Beast Mastery Pet AoE Detection. Commit. Getting back to master branch. Merging back the modularization branch. Merge into current. Merge. Oh fuck. Fuck. Yeah, everything from the right side is fine. Eight 8.13, create a tag, and I'm pushing it to curse, git push. I'm not sure if it did work. It should. Merge branch modularization. But why? Why this? Well, it should be working, I think. It's the automatic curse packager, basically borrowed from the bigwigs. I have my add-ons on the course and on WoW interface. And this packager basically copies my whole repository, packs it into one add-on, zips it, sends it to course, and sends it to WoW interface. So it will be in a second. Yeah, it's already done. It takes 33 seconds. Yeah, and it has been pushed to a course. I don't know how long will it take, but it should be today. And the next step will be to convert Demonology. And I have something called rotation generator. Rotation generator is a PHP script written in PHP to convert SimCraft profiles to Lua format, so the same the WoW add-ons use. It's the language Lua. It's pretty simple to use. I just PHP convert PHP demo. And we will probably have some issues. Oh, no issues. Oh, that's nice. And there we go. We have the demo. What it does, it actually loads it from the SimCraft. So in this case, it will be T23 Warlock Demonology. Warlock Demonology, yeah. It downloads this file, parses it. So it checks every single action that is here. And converts it to a Lua. At least tries to convert it. It's not perfect, but it does work well. At least it's better than writing it from the scratch. Yeah. And I have already converted Demonology from the SimCraft, so I'm guessing I won't be needing to change too much. There are a few things that I need to take care of. Basically, the new Azerite traits such as explosive potential, which seems to be OP. So Demonology needs to like Demonology pre-combat. I can remove that one. Build a shard. Well, it did change significantly. This is a rotation for affliction. It's not yet split to files like I have it on my hunter, but I plan to do it because originally every rotation was like a single file. We didn't have Azerite traits, and for people who think sets were changing your rotation, you are wrong, because sets are not changing your rotation. The Azerite trait is changing rotations. They're far more complicated than tier sets ever been. So what am I doing here? I have the main Demonology, build a shard. I can start from the simple simple functions such as build a shard. It's the rotation generator. So build a shard is basically the same. I don't think it has ever changed. Let's see. Build a shard. Yeah, it does check if it's not, but we don't need that one. We don't need to check, because actually Shadow Ball doesn't cost you anything, so you can spam it. Demonology Implosion. This has changed and I'm pretty sure about it. We have the build a shard, which is not important anymore. We have the main demonology, and we have Deacon app opener, whatever that is. Demonology Implosion. This is something we had before. Demonology Nether Portal. Demonology Nether Portal active. Demonology Nether Portal building. Holy crap. Well. Okay, so let's first check how the main file has changed. So we already have the build a shard, but we need to check this one. I hope there are not too many changes there. So the main script is here. This is something I will need. Yeah. If it's a last call, then we can just return it. We don't need to. Yeah, and in the T23, Bile Scourged Bombers was at the end of a priority list, but I guess it's not anymore. We don't have 2 soul shards here. Oh, what? Azerite was here, so we try to not to change too much. The number of targets is also like this. Wild imps. Yeah, we need that one. We need the imps count. Yeah, so explosive potential ID. Explosive potential is an Azerite trait. And we have its data here. Explosive potential. I'm basically taking the spell IDs from the Azerite Power Weights add-on, because it has every spell ID from every Azerite power. So now we have the explosive potential. First thing, we are checking if we have the explosive potential Azerite trait. And then we are checking if we have talent demonic consumption. And 30, what is that? Oh, so it's like an opener. Time less than 30. In Simcraft, time means the encounter time. So this action should be only executed in the first 30 seconds of a fight. Oh, I need to think about it. If we have more than one soul shard, and we are currently not casting a Hand of Gul'dan. There's something wrong here. Not Hand of Gul'dan, and we have Azerite explosive potential. I'm guessing, what is it? Explosive potential rank, so it's at least one rank and 5. So time 5. No, we can't check like this. God damn it. What is wrong? Priv DCD1 Hand of Gul'dan, so spell history. So fuck this shit. Buff explosive potential down, not up. Buff wild imps count. So and not previous Hand of Gul'dan and what is that? I'm guessing the one end is okay. No. It's more readable that way. So if we don't have a buff of an explosive potential and our wild imps are less than 3 and we didn't use Hand of Gul'dan back before and we didn't use Hand of Gul'dan as a second to previous spell, because well, for Warlock it's like this. You are building 3 soul shards, you're using Hand of Gul'dan, and after a while wild imps are starting to spawn. You will get this many imps as many soul shards did you spend. So 1 imp for 1 soul shard, 2 imps for 2 soul shards, and 3 for 3. So basically we are also checking if we didn't cast Hand of Gul'dan before. And the next step, if the current spell is not Demon Bolt and we have less than 3 or equal soul shards, and we have buff Demonic Core, and we are at 4 stacks, then the Demon Bolt. So basically I'm relogging for my Warlock. Yeah, I do have 12/100 because I need to check every single rotation by myself. I don't like to push garbage rotation that doesn't even work. I don't guarantee there won't be any errors, but at least I will verify that they work pretty well. Soul shards, Demonic Core. What? What's the point of this? There is no point. If we have 4 stacks, then we know the Demonic Core is up. Actually, no, we don't. No, we do. No, we don't. there may be a time when you are casting something, and in that time the demonic core buff will fade out. So we kinda need this. Next step is the Azurite. I can already change it to A, explosive potential. Replace all. And the buff wild imps will be wild imps, just wild imps, because in the WoW you don't really see how much. This is one of the dumbest thing about Warlock. Demonology doesn't have any counter of your imps that you have summoned, so you have the spell named Implosion, which consumes your imps, while you have no fucking clue how many of there are. You need to like scroll down the camera and see, which is pretty impossible in a raid situation when you are stacked with 20 other people. Fucking insane. More like fucking dumb. Let's see how it works. Now, I have 3 wild imps, and I have no clue how much of them I have. If I start spamming it, yeah, and they randomly fade out. Well, it's not random. This is based on your haste. And as you can see, wild imps have energy. They're casting Felfire bolts, and when this expires, the imp also expires. And this depends on your haste. So good luck in tracking that, because I have found that really annoying. And explosive potential is 275,398. Two 75398. Wait a second. Ah, god damn it. Two 75398. 275,398. So we also have a buff which has a different ID than a trait. Great. So all of our buff the wild imps will be just wild imps. Actually, wait a second. I'm replacing it, but I also need to change the implosion part, and another portal, and another portal active, and another portal building. So I miscalculated something. I need to copy everything first. So this Deacon opener, and the Demonology implosion, and the Demonology nether portal, and another portal active, and another portal building first. So up until this point to build a shard. So bang. As you can see, not that much of a change. I hope it's just a cosmetical. Just this Decaner opener is something I will need to check. Okay, so where were we? Azerite, explosive potential. Buff, explosive potential is okay because it has a different ID than the Azerite trait. And it's nice. And we have more than 2 wild imps. But wait a second. Wild, yeah. I was hoping it will be like a bit easier. Okay, let's go. We are using implosion in 2 cases. If we have the Azerite explosive potential, more than 2 imps, and both explosive potential remains, is the Shadow Bolt execute time. Shadow Bolt execute time. Isn't that means the Shadow Bolt cast time? Which is probably base 2 seconds. Yeah. So, well, I will just leave it as 2 seconds. I don't think I will calculate the attack haste anymore. It's not that important. Because usually the difference, for human perspective, difference between 1.7 seconds and 2 seconds are not that different, and not that much. Especially if you have like laggy connection or something. So might as well do it as 2 seconds. If you have a lot of haste, it will be slower, but it still will let you extend this duration of explosive potential. And the explosive potential, another condition is if you have the Azerite trait, wild imps more than 2, and explosive potential remains is closer than the demonic tyrant. So basically, explosive potential will expires before cooldown of summon demonic tyrant will be. And cooldown of summon demonic tyrant remains is less than 11 seconds, and we have talent demonic consumption. Then we are using implosion again. If we have doom talent, oh, there's also one thing, DA. A weird bug that I really never fixed is the double prefix. Replace all. So, if we have talent doom and there is no debuff on the target and time to die is more than 30 seconds and we have less than 2 seconds, then we are refreshing doom. We can remove the parentheses. Bile Scourged Bombers ready, and we have more than 2 soul shards, and Azerite explosive potential is, we have at least 1 rank, and 10. What is the goddamn 10? And targets less than 2, and okay, so we are using Bile Scourged Bombers only with the talent Nether Portal, and buff Dreadstalkers remains, so it's just up. But wait a second, Dreadstalkers leaves you a buff? What? Fuck no. Oh, What? Oh, the Dreadstalkers. Okay. Well, fuck. I got it. They just check if they are up, if we have Dreadstalkers up. So to check if Dreadstalkers are up, there's a simple trick. We need to check if the cooldown is oh, wait a second, how do I do that? Okay, so cooldown Dreadstalkers remains is większe od zero, is more than 0, but so it's not ready, and are more. Ah, God damn it. So basically, if I use the Dreadstalkers, they have 20 seconds cooldown, and Dreadstalkers are active for 12 seconds. So 8 seconds. They will expire at 8 seconds. So the cooldown is higher than 8 seconds. Yeah, 8 seconds. Dreadstalkers up when the cooldown is higher than 8 seconds. Yeah. The next step, demonic strength. Nothing has changed in that line. So you have demonic power up, or targets are less than 2, and we have less than 6 wild imps, then we are using demonic strength. I'm guessing that one is also similar, because it only differs in spaces. Same goes for this. Yep. Nothing has changed in these lines. You can see changes here. The green ones are new lines, blue ones are changed, and the white ones are only the space changed. So if I put a tab here, it will disappear, because the content didn't change, only the indentation changed. Now let's see, Grimoire Felguard. This one probably did change. So we are not using. Oh, so all right. All right. And this is something I was missing. Nice. Yeah, so that one is new. And what we have here. Ah, god damn it. No, that is correct. The very first step. If we don't have a pet, summon pet. Then we have a cooldowns, but it still needs to be above. So I'm guessing now the Hand of Cooldown, Demon Bolt and Implosion are higher priority if you have the explosive potential trait than actually having Doom on the target. And what was here? Oh, they removed support for Wilfred's Sigil, which is good because nobody is using it anymore. So basically we will be using Grim or Felguard on a cooldown. Nope. Actually, I will put it here as a reference in common, because you don't usually want to summon Felguard you only need to summon it when the cooldown of Demonic Tyrant is less than 30 seconds, so I'm also putting it here, but we have at least one soul shard and cooldown Demonic Tyrant remains is less than 13 seconds, because you want to line this up. You want to first Grim or Felguard and then summon Demonic Tyrant to extend it. So this is why this condition. Demonic Tyrant lasts 15 seconds. So if you use Felguard first, then summon Demonic Tyrant, it will extend its duration over 15 seconds. So instead of having Felguard for just 15 seconds, you will have Felguard for 30 seconds. This is why you want to keep the Grim or Felguard. What else? And now we have the Dreadstalkers. What has changed here? Oh crap. A lot of things. A lot of things. Yeah. So yeah, this one is also important because demonic calling reduces the cooldown of your reduces the cost of your dead stalkers by 1. So if you have 2 soul shards or 1 soul shard and buff demonic calling. Bile Scourge Bomber. This is something new because previously, I don't know why, Bile Scourge Bombers were at the very bottom of your priority. I don't think it should be like this. Now the chat is hiding the code. Summon demonic tyrant is ready. Okay, so this is also something we don't want to use in our normal rotation because it's a quite huge cooldown. We need to put it here as a reference and probably don't implement it. But we will see. Where were we? Something has changed here. Everything is end. Oh, so demonic core aura. Right. We gotta fix this. If we have the power siphon talent. Oh, it was like this. And wild imps. Yeah. Since all of the operators are end, we don't need to use the parentheses. It doesn't matter. It only matters if you have like or in between them. So if you have a doom talent, a duplicate check, so we don't need to check this anymore. And no spaces here. So no change in this line. And what Hand of Gul'dan? Okay, so at the very first we had enter here. Then what? Then we have soul shards 5 or and the enter here. There is no space here. Soul shards. We will see. And what was here? Nothing has changed. This was the enter. And what? Oh no, something has changed. And cooldown remains or... Whoa, 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 whoa. This one is huge. Holy crap. Oh, good lord. Okay. There wasn't a space here, wasn't space here, wasn't space, wasn't here. So this is opening a new parenthesis. So this one stays here and this one stays here. Because we have two OR conditions. So we are using Hand of Gul'dan if Demonic Tyrant remains is over 20 seconds or Demonic Tyrant is less than GCD and talents demonic consumption, or we have 4 global cooldowns on the demonic tyrants and not demonic consumption talent. Oh wait a second, this one is even more complex shit. So it's like this and this and this and this. And what? Oh, so this one goes, no, this one goes here, this one goes, what the flying fuck? Now whatever, we will see how it goes in practice. Because that one needs to be here, yeah. And now it worked. I don't understand that, to be honest. I will need to check if it works in practice. The Soul Strike. If we have talent Soul Strike and cooldown for Soul Strike is ready and we are less than 5 soul shards and buff. Oh, so probably the parentheses again. No? Something did change? No. Just an enter. Probably, yeah. So we are using Soul Strike only if it's talented. It's ready, we have less than 5 soul shards and less than 2 demonic core buffs. Holy crap. And the Demon Bolt. The Demon Bolt. If we are not casting the Demon Bolt, we have less or equal than 3 soul shards. And we have the Demonic Core Aura and... wow. Or did something change here? Yeah. That was so still something has changed. Oh, there was this parenthesis up because it was probably here, right? Right. Ah, we have a change here. So basically they are checking now if cooldown of summon of demonic tyrant is less than 6 seconds up from 10. I mean down from 10. And yeah, the Bile Scourged Bombers move up here. Now this Deacon Opener. Are we passing Wild Imps? Yes, we do. So now the opener is like this. Line CD30. I have no clue what. I mean, I do, but. This explosive potential is being called at the very beginning only when the cooldown Summon Demonic Tyrant is not ready. There is less than 30 seconds of a fight, and we have talent Demonic Consumption and Azerite Explosive Potential. So specializations in talents, Demonic Consumptions. So only this. Your Demonic Tyrant now destroys and absorbs the remaining power of the Wild Imps to empower itself. Well, this is something Lothar has told. We gotta check it on the Warcraft logs. Basically, we will be checking out every single ranks for the top Demonology players. And in our case, we have the Champions of Light, Nether Portal, Nether Portal, Nether Portal, Demonic Consumption. Oh fuck. So they do use it. Nether Portal, Nether Portal, Nether Portal. Let me guess. Demonic Consumption became better than Sacrificed Souls. Oh right, because you don't have too much demons now, aren't you? You're using explosive potential basically each 15 seconds, so you don't have demons. So it's pointless. So you either take Demonic Consumption or the Nether Portal. But I will need to check that later. So I am going to skip that one for now. I'm going to just remove the errors here. Okay, Demonology Implosion. What does that mean? If we have... Now let's just format it first. If we have more than 6 Wild Imps. And here was the enter. Spell history, so we had enter here. Hand of Golden, we had enter here. We had enter here. And we had enter here. So it was like this. Yeah, pretty ugly. So we had enter here and enter here. Oh man, that was some ugly. Oh wait, because we had, oh no, it's, shit. Well, if it worked, then I will leave it as this. Grimoire Felguard. I don't think felguard was ever... I don't think... What the fuck is this? Database... database items, weapons, anything. Come on. Anything. If you want to know what the spell item is, just put it here. You don't need that slash here. You just need the item ID. So it's Wilfred Sigil of Superior Summoning. I don't think we need that. I mean, the Grimoire Felguard is already in our cooldowns, so we're not going to change that. And here we probably, we had a lot of enters here. So, formatting, and so 14 had an enter here, and these guys didn't have spaces here. Nice. So nothing has changed here. Demonic Tyrant yet again goes out. Probably, alright. Duplicate check. So this one is not needed. We had enter here. We had enter here. We didn't have space here. What was here? Oh, so the soul shards. Oh, so right. So we don't need to check the soul shards anymore. We need to check if this. So yeah. And that one was like here. And probably here. Probably here. Probably here. Probably here. Yeah, I almost guessed it. But yeah. Oh, what an ugly. Nothing has changed. And I can see it from actually from this line that nothing has changed, because if the Simcraft APO did change, I would have a different comment here. So I can just like reroll it. There are no changes in the actual text, and you can see it from the comparison. So I can just, same goes from here. Yeah, just the enters here has changed, and the first one, talents. Oh yeah, so summon Vile Fiend is a talent. And yeah, only changes in enters and spaces, I think. Well, we can compare it. And targets to, yeah. I can fully revert it. And yeah, the talent, because the Bile Scourge Bombers is a talent. The Soul Strike. Nothing has changed. 5 and 7 GCD, Demonic Core Aura remains. Nothing has changed. And the last one, Doom. Yeah. That reminds me that I need to check the Bile Scourged Bombers for the talent. Just as I thought. We cannot cast something that we didn't talent. Oh, this one has changed. From 165 to 160. Nether portal active. Soul shards. Bile Scourged Bombers. Grimoire Felguard yet again goes away. Nothing has changed. Oh, wait a second. The talent did change. And now I can revert it. Dreadstalkers. Nothing has changed. Yep, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Oh yeah, something has changed here because it's 160, so I gotta like put the enter here, format this shit, and time shift and what? Time shift. Oh, and was what the? All right. None remains time shift and the only difference is the space here. This changed, and this changed as well. But how much? Oh, it's the demonic tyrant. So yeah, this gets a boot anyway. And what has changed here? And soul shards. Right, so we cannot cast demonic core if we have more than 3 soul shards. And here, soul shards. Oh, so we also have a wild imps. Wild imps. What? Oh, this was wrong. What? All right. We will put this as a reference. I will also need to check if Nether portal is actually working, because I have a strange feeling that it doesn't. nothing has changed here, just a parenthesis, and probably enter somewhere. Alright, this is not needed. This hasn't changed a bit. Enter here, enter here. And this hasn't changed as well. These parentheses are not. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take our test drive. Oh. Dreadstalkers not found. Oh, right. Dreadstalkers. Yeah, spell key. Only words, 2 matches. So it's not Dreadstalkers, it's called Dreadstalkers. Yep. And there we go. Summon Violefint? Oh, because I don't have this talent. So the original equation was, and here we got enter, right? Has Wilfrin's sigil, but we don't need to check this anymore. It's kind of stupid anyways. And it was like this. I don't know why, but yeah, the only difference is now that Simcraft doesn't check for all legendaries, and it's good because it's kind of pointless to keep everything backward compatible. It only takes the time of the developers. Nice. It prolongs. Nice boys. I knew it was kind of simple, but I'm kind of wondering how how it will handle the nether portal. Yep, it's fucking nice. Now let's see how it goes with the nether portal. And if it's like somewhat working, I will push it to curse. If it's not, then I will leave it for tomorrow. Come back, my stupid pet. So it's either this or this, because right now the explosive potential has too much potential and sacrificed souls just doesn't work, since you don't have demons, you have only those, the main pet and eventually Dreadstalkers or maybe demonic tyrants. So it's like instead of 4%, I mean 40% for 10 demons, you have like maximum of 16%. So either demonic consumption or nether portal. But the nether portal was tricky, so let's check it out. Alright, and there we go. Nether portal. So, demonic nether portal. Tear open a portal to the twisting nether for 15 seconds. Every time you spend a soul shard, you will also command demons from the nether to come out and fight for you. I don't know, I mean, it's obviously a top tier talent, but it's 3-minute cooldown. I don't think it's worth on the Mythic Plus. Definitely rotation does take this into consideration. However, I don't know how. Nether portal. So if cooldown nether portal remains less than 20 seconds, Demonology nether portal building. If cooldown remains over 165 seconds, then it means it's ready. So basically it's checking the cooldowns. Yeah, it does work, because you probably don't get a buff. And if it's active, I mean, when is being called? That's the biggest question. All right, so that part, maybe except for this, that part of the code helps you keep up implosion explosive potential buff by building demons. So Hand of Cooldown, Demon Bolt, Implosion, and Implosion. If you don't have potential and don't have imps, use the Hand of Cooldown. If you like have Demonic Core, use it. Build a shard, use the Implosion. Next step is the Doom, so it also keeps the dots above. Dreadstalkers, obviously, but only for the explosive potential. But I don't know why is it why this line is being called. I mean, it checks if you have a single target, checks if you have Dreadstalkers and you have Nether portals, so you use the Bile-Scourged Bombers only in the first 10 seconds of your rotation. I think I will need to ask about that on the Simcraft Discord. But other than that, the Bile-Scourged Bombers are fixed. Implosion from the explosive potential also. Nothing has changed significantly except for checking this Demonic Tyrant debuff and removing the Wilfred Sigil. I think I can just remove it altogether because it's pointless now. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I mainly did this to record a video so I can show them to some of people who wanted to see how it looks like. You can follow if you like. I'm not streaming much, not because I don't like, because I'm usually leading raids and I'm exhausted after that, and I just want to play more than stream. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.